Everyone is talking about Zone 2 right now, but here's the truth. Most people chasing it have no idea what it's actually doing for their body. They've heard it's the fat-burning zone, so they slow everything down, stay comfortable, and assume they're finally doing it right. But what if I told you that's not even the real reason Zone 2 works? Zone 2 isn't just about burning fat during your workout. It's about teaching your body how to use fat as fuel all the time. You see, your body runs on two primary fuel systems, sugar and fat. Most people, especially as they get older, become heavily dependent on sugar. That's why they feel tired, crash in the afternoon, and struggle to lose weight no matter how hard they exercise. Zone 2 changes that. When you train in this range, where your breathing is steady, where you can still talk but not quite sing, you're sending a signal deep inside your cells. You're telling your body to become more efficient, more resilient, and more capable of producing energy without constantly relying on quick bursts of sugar. Inside your muscles are tiny energy factories called mitochondria. And Zone 2 training actually increases both the number and the efficiency of these mitochondria. That means more energy, better endurance, less fatigue, and yes, a body that becomes much better at burning fat. But here's where this gets even more powerful. When your mitochondria become more efficient, your body doesn't just perform better during exercise, it performs better all day long. You recover faster. Your energy becomes more stable. Your brain function improves. Even your ability to handle stress starts to change. This is why Zone 2 is being talked about so much in longevity circles right now. It's not just about fitness, it's about extending how well your body functions over time. And this is especially important as we age. After 40, 50, and beyond, we naturally begin to lose muscle mass, metabolic efficiency, and cardiovascular capacity. Many people respond by either doing nothing or going too hard, too fast, and burning out. Zone 2 sits right in that sweet spot. It's challenging enough to create change, but sustainable enough to do consistently. And consistency is where the real results come from. Now let's clear up another big misconception. A lot of people think, if I'm not sweating hard, if I'm not out of breath, I'm not doing anything. That couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, if you're gasping for air, you've already left Zone 2. You've shifted into a different energy system, one that relies more on sugar and produces more fatigue. Zone 2 should feel controlled, intentional, almost deceptively easy. And that's exactly why so many people skip it, because it doesn't feel like punishment. But your body doesn't need punishment. It needs the right stimulus. Think of it like building a strong foundation. You don't start with the roof. You build from the ground up. Zone 2 is that foundation. It strengthens your heart, improves circulation, enhances oxygen delivery, and trains your body to become incredibly efficient at producing energy. And once that foundation is built, everything else gets better. Your higher intensity workouts improve, your recovery improves, your overall capacity improves. So how do you know if you're doing it right? Here's a simple test. If you can hold a conversation, but you wouldn't want to give a speech, you're probably right where you need to be. If you can sing comfortably, you're too easy. If you can barely talk, you're too hard. It's that middle ground, that steady, controlled effort that delivers the results. And the beauty of Zone 2 is how accessible it is. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need extreme workouts. A brisk walk, a light bike ride, an incline treadmill, done consistently, these simple movements can completely transform your metabolic health. Now, here's where most people miss the opportunity. They do it once or twice, don't feel exhausted, and assume it's not working. But remember, this isn't about a single workout. This is about what happens over weeks, months, and years. This is how you rebuild your engine. So if your goal is just to sweat, there are plenty of ways to do that. But if your goal is to create lasting energy, improve your metabolism, protect your body as you age, and finally start seeing changes that stick, then Zone 2 is where you need to spend your time. Your body isn't slowing down. It's adapting to the demands you place on it. Train it the right way, and everything starts to change.